The Elite Menavliaton is a shock trooper of the Empire and the legionary best friend. Like a recently covered unit, the Elite Menavliaton line also branches off from the Empire Shielded Infantry 3 at tier 4. Being the last shock troop to be covered, it should be no news that the long weapons AI of 1.8 heavily impacted this unit as well. To not waste any more time, the role of the Menavliaton is quite a simple one, prioritizing taking down horses and aid the main infantry in combat by providing support.
As it is known by the second rule in the Tailward's Code of Battle that quotes Nice shocked troop shall never square without a yielding sidearm.
Then translated means something along the lines of why the f does the Menavliaton have a one-handed sword? I have no idea why a good half of the shock troops do, but it really makes almost no sense. Anyway, let's talk about the armor. When it comes to the head armor, the Menavliaton brings a great value of 48, brought by the heavy nasal helm over leather. This will rank the unit 3rd across shock troops and 15th overall. When it comes to the body armor, the Menavliaton brings another great value of 49, brought by the luxury lamellar vest over mail and a decorated leather harness over mail. Not only this combination looks extremely good on the unit, but it also ranks the Menavliaton 1st by 1 point across shock troops and 16th overall. For head plus body, the Menavliaton brings a value of 97, taking 1st place among shock troops by 1 point yet again, but will fall 1 spot to 2nd when considering all armor types. Now we can talk about the real deal when it comes to the Menavliaton and the weapon the troop is named after. The Menavlion is a swingable polearm that can dismount riders with its thrust attacks. On top of that, it brings a speed of 85, a damage of just 123 and a length of 159. For 1.8, this weapon is way too long, and the unit will heavily suffer because of it, but for previous patches the length is okay, and not too long, with a very nice swing speed but a pretty low damage considering the length and the lack of a cleave.
Bye!
Like the one-handed sword we talked about before, the pilum on this unit serves no other purpose other than looks, so not much else to be said about it, as the Menavliaton will never try to use it, let alone throw it, as it has been ages since the pilum could actually be thrown by AI troops. With all of these out of the way, let's quickly cover the stats. The Elite Menavliaton ranked 3rd among shock troops, with a KD of 2.97 and a KD versus low tiers of 99.36. The Menavliatons ended up losing 822 units out of 3,500, or roughly 13.5%, and ended up with a casualty chance against low tiers of 5.48%. Also, they ended the careers of 2,442 custom battle soldiers. Considering how badly 1.8 impacted shock troops, the Menavliaton seems to be quite a decent unit, although not a great one. The total deaths and the KD are both way higher and lower than the legionary, and the stats against low tiers don't shine either. With all of this said, let's list the pros and cons. This unit has great armor for the class. The weapon is decent at best and can do the job, but the 1.8 AI will take any credit away from it. Like the legionary, the Menavliatons are a very one-dimensional unit that can only fit a couple of roles and situations. They have a one-handed sword that they will never use, and they also have a throwing spear that they will never use. My final score is a 3 out of 5. Despite the heavy impact of the 1.8 AI, this troop can still hold its own and justify a spot in an army, although not as good as the legionary, and probably not really worth upgrading to as of now, but I still think it's one of those units you won't easily toss away if you find it for free. Let me know what you guys think and what troop you want me to cover next. If you want to see more videos like this, have a look at the playlist on your right, and thank you all for watching.